If you're watching this video, there is high chance you at least once saw this Google Earth mapping somewhere. There are several channels doing such content: Maps in a Nutshell, Pigeon in a Nutshell, Dominic Toxic, War Map Lab, That Good 233, Stahlhelm Maps, and much more. They manage to attract thousands or even millions of people to watch their videos. Many viewers are unaware about historical accuracy or potential misinformation that these can provide. If you check these correctly, you will see false information appears pretty often. The number of mistakes is astronomical and sometimes beyond acceptance if the videos are supposed to be educational. Some mistakes are so absurd that it only shows how much these creators are neglecting the accuracy. Google Earth mappers so often ignore putting any effort that these videos seriously so much false information that it shouldn't be ignored. I am going to show several examples of how these creators are lying to you because they simply don't care about content they provide. Wrong animations. Unlike traditional mapping methods where author draws each line by himself, Google Earth mappers prefer animating everything with single waypoints. Issue that can be seen with many channels. In some cases, present front is far away by 300 kilometers from actual front. As visible here, front is supposed to be on another side of Ladoga. Author himself admitted that he's simplified animation and that he doesn't care about accuracy, but about money. I don't have anything against somebody to earn from his content, but if somebody is purposely doing bad animation just for sake of money with a small amount of effort and time given, what leads to showing false data? Except fronts themselves, these Google Earth animations overall have problems with animation compatibility, especially between date counter and front lines themselves. Please prove me that borders in Iceland looked like this on this exact date. Please explain this thing in Finland, and please explain the 30th of February on this slide. These things don't have any explanation except laziness of people who made these. I will give you friendly reminder that the same people are calling their stuff hard work and are ready to openly discredit everybody else like absolute narcissists. They really have audacity to think this is right behavior. If they think they are good mappers, then they should fix mistakes I presented and ones that I am going to present too. Frontline's Google Earth mapping, unlike traditional mapping, shows armies on the map. It's usually done with numbers presenting army sizes or with flags representing army, or even with both at the same time. Flags usually present some number of soldiers, for example 10,000 per single flag. What has been seen in many videos, these flags are mainly used to present fronts that are known with modern sense. It's not accurate to show full front filled with a range of flags if it comes to conflicts from the 19th century, the 15th century, or even the 2nd century. Modern-day style fronts were used for wars that happened 1,000 years ago. That's anachronistic and unrealistic to use modern warfare for conflicts where single armies were capturing major points. In some cases, there are so many flags added to animation that frontline isn't even visible. See, for example, this Korean front or this Tenochtitlan siege. This should have been more optimized and done to include better visibility and accuracy. What is even bigger absurd is that when source for frontlines is another mapping video, then Google Earth Mapper is even adding additional mistakes to the front lines. They literally take correct material and add additional mistakes to it. At this point, that is a solid proof that Google Earth mapping is objectively worse than traditional mapping styles. While traditional mapping does its best to map everything possible, Google Earthers openly say they are not trying to do things correctly. Third, borders. This might be the worst part. That's because this seems to be worst part of these for now, and I am not even exaggerating. Using modern-day borders, simplifying borders, tracing poorly done map, or even absolutely making things up. Google Earthers seem often to not care about the borders they are presenting. All these variations of different mistakes are example of either laziness or weak understanding of the topic. Things like modern Bosnian border in the 11th century or copying mistake from another video is showing how much small amount of effort is being put in these videos. Besides wrong fronts, this seems to be the worst mistakes because as well as incorrect front lines, this gives wrong perspective on the shown conflict and how it looked like. At this point, it could as well be called alternate history scenario or something like that. If somebody is mapping a war where capturing the settlements is the whole point, then it's kind of obvious the settlements and their owners should be correctly shown. Like, that's one of the primary points of doing this type of video, I guess. Google Earthers still follow some mistakes that were debunked and almost eradicated on every well-done map which authors did actual research. The more back in time the war is placed, the worse fate it will receive from Google Earthers. More smooth borders, more anachronistic borders, and more borders in absolutely wrong place. This is just awful, like, just look at this. These are not real borders for. Summary, as previous examples had shown that Google Earth mappers don't care about videos they are doing. They spend around 2 or 3 days on average video. What is short amount of time for doing all stuff? So-called e-research, animating and video editing are being doing in less than 3 days. They don't care about content they are doing. They only care about money they are making. If they want to claim their videos to be educational, then they shall start doing them in educational form and put actual effort in them. A lot of Google Earth mapping channels has pig audiences, and it's disappointing that all of these people are unironically watching all of these videos without any grain of awareness how bad these videos actually are. At some extent, this could be called a clickbait. These videos are claiming to present actual wars and their chronology with titles and thumbnails, and thus casual people will expect to see videos showing history, but at the end they receive fucking 30th of February. They receive this thing, whatever this is. All of this shouldn't take place, and I hope something in this matter is going to change sooner or later. Next video soon.